for identity purposes, and because I don't want to make this seem like I'm calling this teacher out or saying that he's a douche or whatever. He was a good teacher and everything. So yeah, for all intents and purposes, we are going to refer to him as Mr. Schuster because it's 11 o'clock and I don't feel like coming up with another name. So my friend Amanda walks into lunch one day and she shows me the script that she has for this week's theater assignment. And she says, "Nicole, look at this." So I look at it, and the first line is, "Underneath these stairs, I hear the sneers and feel the glares of my cousin, my uncle, and my aunt." I'm sure several of you already know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, it's the first act of a Harry Potter musical. So, or the first part anyway. So her whole skit was going back to Hogwarts, which is parts 1 and 2, which I will link to in the doobly-doo. If you want to watch them, you should if you haven't already. And so, you know, I'm obviously in love with this musical, and I was like, oh, she was in theater class, and I wasn't, so I said, what can I do to help you? I gotta help you with this. This is, you know. So it ended up that I was to be Hermione. We stayed after school for almost every day that week. I got a costume. I got everything ready. Everything was ready to go. I memorized lines. I've never really been on the stage and acting in front of other people, and I was totally preparing myself for this. And so in order to go, I would have to miss my chemistry period when I had Mr. Schuster. So I just assumed, you know, Mr. Schuster's a cool guy. I don't have a problem with him. He should just let me go. I don't really need to ask him beforehand. And boy, was I wrong. So I got a note from the theater director, and I went to him like a few minutes before the class started, and I said, you know, Mr. Schuster, can I go to this thing for theater? I really, you know, I really want to go. And he looks at the note, reads it over, looks up at me and says, nope, completely just like that tone. And I thought he was kidding at first, and I was like, but no, they need me. I'm like one of the most main people. They really need me to go. And he's like, no, we're doing new stuff in class today. You can't. And I was like, well, is there any way I can go? I mean, they really need me to be there. And he's like, okay, show me your homework from last night. I didn't do my homework that night because I hadn't understood it. So I was like, my stuff's in the theater room. So I had to take the walk of shame down the hallway to the theater room, get my stuff, tell everyone, guys, I can't come. You got to get somebody else to do it. You know, about 10 minutes before performance. And can I just say, I had my entire Hermione costume on. I had the scarf, I had the skirt, I had knee-high socks. I even wore flats that day. I had the sweater, I had everything. And so I had to take the walk of shame back to chemistry class with all of my stuff. And I had to tell Mr. Schuster, I was like, you know, I just decided it'd probably be a better idea for me to stay. So I had to sit there an entire chemistry class knowing that they were all performing without me. And it sucked so much.